Alright, fantasy ballers. How'd you get on with your team last week? Well, we could all do with a bit of improvement, I'm sure. Want a few tips on who to slide into your squad? I'll show you who to pick. Let's have a look at the fixtures first, shall we? First up, on Friday night, it's Aston Villa against Manchester United. Both teams won 1-0 last week, so probably not too many goals in this one. Southampton, who are good at home, host Everton. Spurs take on Stoke City. Both lost 1-0 last week, so they'll be looking for points. Sunderland next take on Norwich. They let in 7 goals between them last week, so we can expect more here. Swansea take on Newcastle, who both drew 2-2 last week. So again, more goals a possibility. Watford at home to West Brom. I can see a few goals in this one. And West Ham play Leicester in what's a top-of-the-table clash. Crystal Palace host Arsenal, who need to bounce back from last week's defeat. Then it's a clash of the heavyweights when Man City face Chelsea. Should be a tight one, that. Finally, on Monday night, Liverpool are at home to Bournemouth, where I'd expect a home win. Need to sub in a new goalie? Here's my top 5. The number 1 goalie, most likely to get a clean sheet this weekend, is Simon Mignolet for Liverpool. At number 2, it's Manchester United's reserve man, Sergio Romero. He's between the sticks, while David De Gea works out where he wants to play this season. At number 3, I'm going for Stecklenburg from Southampton. Solid team at home, Southampton, and some nice fixtures coming their way too. At number 4, West Ham's Adrian! Again, good fixtures coming up and a great defensive display last week. Finally, at number 5, Sunderland's Pantilimon. After letting in 4 goals last week, a home tie against Norwich might be just what he needs. Do you need a solid defender? I've got a box full. My number 1 defender this weekend is Liverpool's new boy, Joseph Gomez. He scored an assist last week. A nice home tie against Bournemouth coming up, and he's cheaper than your average Joe. Number 2 is Manchester United's Matteo Darmian. He lived up to his expectations last week, and I'm backing him to do it again this week. At number 3, Swansea's Neil Taylor. A solid team at home, Swansea, and Neil never lets you down at the back, and sometimes surprises you up front too. At number 4, West Ham youngster Reece Oxford. Not guaranteed his place, mind, but the young defender played an attacking midfield role last week, and he's as cheap as can be, so plenty of potential there. Number 5, Tottenham's Eric Dier. He scored a couple of goals last year, 3 assists, and he's been moved into defensive midfield position for now. Looking for a scoring midfielder? Here's my top 5. In first place, Liverpool's Philippe Coutinho. I think he's going to thrive in that number 10 position, going wherever he wants on the field, and he can shoot from anywhere. Number 2, Arsenal's Alexis Sanchez. He came on at the end of last week's game, and he looks like he means business. Always moves the play forward and loves getting in the box for a shot, and it's usually on target. Number 3 position, Swansea's Andre Ayew. He scored against Chelsea last week, and he looks like he's playing the second striker's role, so plenty of opportunities for goals and assists. At number 4, it's Newcastle's Georginio Wijnaldum. He's a creative midfield playmaker, and judging by Saturday's game, he's going to be involved in most of Newcastle's attacking play. A prolific scorer in Holland last year, and at only 7 million that could be great value. At number 5, it's Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez. Having only scored 4 goals last season, he matched 2 last weekend, looking like he was full of confidence. At 5.6 million, he's got to be worth a punt. If you need a new striker, here are my 5 favourite forwards. Number 1 on the goal machines list is Graziano Pelle from Southampton. He looks on fine form already this season, has exciting players all around him, and I'm sure he'll improve on his 12 goals that he scored last season. At number 2, Liverpool's Christian Benteke. He's going to be the focal point of all of Liverpool's attacks this year. He's definitely a Premiership quality striker, and he's got 4 lovely home games coming up over the next few weeks, starting this week with Bournemouth. At number 3, it's Wayne Rooney for Manchester United. Back at his favourite role up front, he looked like he was playing with a smile last weekend. With quality players like Memphis, Young and Mata playing behind him, I'm confident he'll be scoring plenty of goals in the next few weeks. At number 4, Tottenham's Harry Kane. With last year's sensational season in his rearview mirror, he's got every chance of repeating the quality he produced last year when he scored 21 goals. With Eriksen supplying the goods behind him, I can see him doing the business all over again. Number 5, it's Watford's Troy Deeney. Playing his first Premier League game last week, he didn't look out of place. Having scored an average of 1 in 2 games over the last 2 seasons, I think he could really make his mark on the Premiership this year. Watford play a busy attacking game, and Deeney could be a nice surprise package at 5.5 million. Right then, fantasy ballers, you've got till 6:45 on Friday to sort your team out. Don't say I didn't warn ya.